back to the fourth quarter, man. Back. Oh man, yeah, bro. Pull over, have a seat, man. Get comfortable, man. Before we go any further, man, make sure y'all go ahead, man. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, man. So, ain't no need, man. Let's get straight to it, man. Let's get straight to it, man. You know what I'm saying, man? This past weekend, you know what I'm saying? Look here, man. Real talk, man. So, this past weekend, man, Alabama, captured yet another SEC title. They beat the defending back-to-back national champion Georgia Bulldogs, 27-24. Cat, man, I ain't gonna lie, we both predicted for Alabama to win the game,
Yeah.
So, man, give me your thoughts on the SEC championship, man, and how Bama looked as a whole to you, and what's your grade for Jalen Milroe performance?
Man, Alabama looked, man, they came out aggressive. They came out in attack, a point of attack. Man, they came in with their revenge. They came in with grit. They played with edge. Like they was determined to win, man. They came in ready to go. After Georgia scored that first touchdown, that's when they're like, okay, we here. We gotta regroup and get right. After that first touchdown for Georgia, man, Bama they went into that mode. They went in God mode after that. Especially defensively, man. I was so impressed defensively what we did, man. We got in. Hey, we filled tackles in the gaps. We didn't let nothing get around us on the hashes. Man, we pursued the edges. Man, I love what my defense did, man. I love what my defense did. I was very impressed by that. But Jalen Milroe had a solid game. He had a solid game. He missed a couple passes that I felt like, he should have, been able to hit on. But if that happens in games, man, you're gonna miss some play. You're gonna miss some passes in the game. So I ain't gonna hold that to him. But overall, if I'm gonna grade him, I say he had I give him a B minus. I give him a B minus.
I ain't mad with it.
I give him a B minus because, like I said, it was passes he missed. You know what I'm saying? It was some sacks he shouldn't have took,
right,
and stuff like that. But it wasn't enough to affect the game, really. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really say that he didn't have a good game just based off of that because he still did what he needed to do when it was time for him to do it.
Correct.
But man, that defense though, like. In the trenches, man, Alabama dominated Georgia in the trenches, man. They dominated it on both sides, offensive line and the defensive line. They just dominated, man. Like, it seemed like after that first touchdown Georgia scored, like I said, man, they just woke up. Like, they never looked back.
Well, even to that, man, I'm gonna let you keep going, but I got to jump in right here. Even to that, man, I watched the post game. They was on SEC Network. It was Nick Saban, Jalen Milroe. They was on there with Tebow, Roman Harper, Aaron Rodgers, brother, Jordan Rodgers, and I forgot the woman on the what's the woman that be on? Laura.
Can't think of last.
I think Rutledge. They was, the SEC Network was out there. So Nick Saban said on that first possession for Georgia, Bama's on defense. He said they came out in a totally different defense that first drive. You see what I'm saying? So after Georgia went down to score, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, he said they was in a different defense because they felt like they was going to have problems stopping Georgia's run game up the middle. So that's how everything was so open on the edge. That's how they drove the ball down the field so fast. So from that, they switched to the 40 defense with the split, with the two safety split. Yeah. They basically went back to their base defense. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's whenever they was able to take over the game defensively. They came out in a whole different defense than what they after that first drive. That defense, it was a whole different defense.
Yeah,
but keep going. I'm just jumping in and said.
Yeah, man, the defense, man. I was very impressed by my defense performance, man. That was one of the best performances we had all season, in my opinion, man. Because we wasn't missing time, especially making up for what we did last week.
Correct.
Against Auburn.
Correct.
They made a huge.
Glad you said that before I go, because I definitely was going to bring
the week before, man. We won. It's like our linebackers was nowhere to be found. We won We wouldn't get no pressure on the edges. We wasn't filling holes. Like we wasn't solid. We wasn't, you feel me, what we been all season.
Correct.
Defensively against Auburn. But they corrected all of that.
They did.
They did. Man, I was very impressed by the defense, man. Very impressed. Now offensively, I was impressed. You know what I'm saying? Our running backs, Rodell Williams, he told it that
He did. He did.
Jam Miller. Jam Miller had a good game.
He did.
Caught a touchdown pass.
Damn sure did.
Man, I was impressed, man. I was impressed, especially going into this game, how we was doubted, how everybody counted us out, and gave us damn near no chance to win.
Correct.
Man,
Correct.
What a way to respond. Like, I was impressed, bro. I was impressed all the way around. I was impressed, man. Alabama, that score don't show how dominant Alabama played in that football game. Like I said, it was some missed passes or whatever. It was some penalties in there somewhere. But if Milroe would have hit on them passes, like the one he had with Jermaine Burton, when he was wide open in the end zone, because he was in the end zone doing this.
Yep.
He was wide open. All Jalen Milroe had to do was look over there and throw it to him. He would have caught it because it wasn't nobody around him.
Right.
He was literally in the end zone by himself.
I can't remember which exact play it is. I know what you're talking about.
And then he had another one with
because the one you're talking about with Burton, that's early in the game.
Yeah. He had another one with Amari Niblack that he missed. And Amari Niblack, same thing. He was by himself.
Yep.
That's 2 touchdowns, right there.
Right.
You feel me? With the touchdowns you already scored. So that game the score don't indicate how dominant Alabama was in that game. Alabama dominated Georgia in the trenches in that game. They did.
I'm gonna say this here, man. I can go.
Go ahead.
I'm real talk. I'm gonna say this, man, because a lot of what you said I agree with. It go beyond, man, because people look at the 27-24 score and you think that was a back and forth affair. And I'm gonna say this here, man, because all bullshit aside, Georgia won 29 games in a row. They were the back-to-back defending national champion. They was the you know what I'm saying, everybody in the media picked. They was the favorite to win the ball game. And when you win 29 games in a row, you should be the favorite to win the ball game. But I'm gonna tell y'all this here, speaking to the audience, right? It was 2 years ago. Alabama went down to Jordan Hill, called hell winning the Iron Bowl. The media said Alabama ain't got no chance. They won out the NC Championship, and they whooped Alabama, and I predicted it before it happened. This before we even started fourth quarter. It was just no excuse then before we even started fourth quarter. It's the same script that just took place. Coincidentally, that in 2020 NC Championship, we beat them 41-24. Mm-hmm. This year, we beat them 27-24. Like you just said, we left 2 touchdowns on the field. Now, that's all just like some. It's fun. It's funny to me how history repeats itself. Yeah. Now, to get into the game, I agree with you, man. Alabama was by far the more physical team in the trenches. I felt like that was something that was kind of being understated coming into this game, because that's one of the things for me that gave Alabama the advantage in the ball game, is because I watched Georgia play this year, man. I watched Georgia play. Watched some of them against Tennessee. I watched a good bit of them against Missouri. I watched the whole game when they played Auburn. I watched basically the whole game when they played Ole Miss. I listened to them and I said, this is not the Georgia of the past 2 years. People say, why do you say that? But seriously, I think Carson Beck is probably a more talented player than Stetson Bennett. As far as pure talent, Beck got more talent. Yeah. The difference with this Georgia team is this Georgia team ain't got Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean and Trayvon Walker and my boy and Nolan Smith. You know what I'm saying? This Georgia team here don't necessarily have those guys yet because they're young. Now next year, the year after, that front set might be just as good as that one was. It's just not there right now, because they're young players. I heard Kirby say during the game when the reporter came to him, they were playing freshman linebacker. Georgia's best linebacker was out of the game. Yeah. See, the difference between me and what they did to us, I know whenever your best player hurt, how that can affect you in the ball game. I know how that works. Yeah. So, sure, true enough, that's part of it. But Alabama was so dominant in the trenches because Alabama was just the better team up front on both lines of scrimmage. Yeah. Man, Alabama offensive line is blowing them off the ball, pancaking them. Like play after play is pancakes. Flip side around. Alabama defensive line stuffed Georgia offensive line in the locker. They stuffed them in the locker, man.
They did.
It was a mismatch up front. The fact that Bama had 114 rushing yards negate from how dominant they were running the football, man. That's because in college, as we say all the time, your sack yards is total with your rushing yards total in the game.
Yeah.
So you can't tell how
got sacked 4 times.
You can't tell how good of a game that Jam Miller and Roydell Williams had on the ground. Even Jalen Milroy had on the ground running the ball because of the sacks are incorporated in the numbers. Alabama, if you a Georgia fan and you see this, man, and you think dominated is a strong word, cool. Because it's hard to say. People look at you and say,
thoroughly,
how did you dominate a ball game at the end of the being 27-24? I concur you that word. Alabama controlled this ball game from start to finish. Yeah. Georgia went up 7-0 that first drive. Georgia first drive, they went 83 yards. I think it was 7 or 8 plays, 83 yards. Touchdown, Kendall Milk. 12-yard touchdown run. Yeah. Georgia next 5 drives, they had 80 yards total. The next 5 drives, man. Yeah. This is a defensive clinic. Yeah. Not to mention, because you touched on, he missed Burton in the end zone. He missed not like in the end zone. True enough, because I agree with you on that. But also, what we talked about that you didn't say just then, I'm kind of like, because I get to that means I get to bring it up, is that Alabama dead ass dropped 2 interceptions. You can count 4. They dropped 2. I'm telling you 2, I'm not counting. The Malachi Moore play, I went back and saw that on the replay. He was playing the man, not the ball. That's the hard interception, mate. I get why Malachi Moore didn't catch that one. I'm giving Beck some bail with that one because he's playing the man. That's a dangerous play. That could have been picked off, though. That's one. The one with Kool-Aid, he just threw it too high. Kool-Aid, he did too goddamn high. Christian Story dead ass dropped one, and Trey Amos dropped one. He dead in the hand. Yeah. So, I've been saying it all year, man. Dallas Turner and Chris Braswell's ability to impact their ball game for 4 quarters, it is extremely difficult to keep them off the quarterback for 4 quarters. Dallas Turner had 1 sack. Chris Braswell did not have a sack in this game. But they constant pressure off the edge. They had Carson Beck rattled. He had been rattled all year. Yeah. He was rattled.
That's the most moving and run around.
He was extremely rattled.
Because usually he didn't run like that.
Not gonna lie to you. 92, Justin in big way. I thought he played his best game of the year the other day, man. Justin in big way.
Who was a big way? You mean
I can't say his name, but I'm 92. I don't think it's pronounced like that. I think it's pronounced like something like you big, some shit like that. I'm dead.
I think it's Abagby.
Number 92. Number 92.
He got a weird ass last name.
He do. But nonetheless, I feel like he had his best game the season the other day, man. I've been preaching about what the hell goddamn Tim Keenan been doing on the longest coming on with the defensive line. Alabama defensive line has stepped it up to another level, man. And I must say this here, man, because one thing about it, if I'm going to be critical of you, when it's time to give you flowers, I got to give you flowers. I'm not even talking about Deontay Lawson. I know what Deontay Lawson represents. Yeah. He just won 100% against Auburn. Yeah. He started off with a shake the other day. Then he got back in. Deontay Lawson was an animal the other day.
Yeah. And he come back.
And he come back next year, right? Cool. Trez Marshall, 17. Yeah. I don't know if it was because it was against his former team or what. That is the best 17 has played all year at linebacker. That's the best he done played because it's 217. Him and Bama. That's the best he has played all year at linebacker, man.
He balled. But man, we got a lot of talented linebackers, man.
So you know what I'm saying? I like what I saw by that, man. My secondary, man. I kept telling people too. Georgia didn't pose the threat outside on the perimeter at the receiver position like people tried to build them up to be. Yeah. They just didn't. I trust Arnold on the outside, I trust Khalil on the outside. If you don't have the receivers that can go win one-on-one, I'm not talking about shit you got to scheme up for. I'm talking about we can snap the ball, go get them, I'm throwing you the ball. Yeah. You have to have those guys. So for me, when I looked at it, then, you know what I'm saying, real deal. I'm an honest person, man. I watched the whole ball game, right? Lamb McConkey won 100%. I understand that. Yeah. Brock Bowers won 100%. I understand. And if I didn't know that, Gary Danielson made damn sure you do it on the broadcast. He said it after every goddamn 2 or 3 plays. Yeah. We get it. They're not healthy. Now, at the same time, y'all got to quit sitting up here talking like Brock Bowers and Lamb McConkey was out there playing at 45%. They was more healthy than y'all making them out to be. Yeah. On that first damn drive, they look pretty damn healthy to me. Yeah. Now, granted, I can understand during the game when telling your body you get. I played football. I know how it works, man. So, what I will say is this here, man. My secondary secondary been money all year. It's been money all year, with the exception of a couple busts against Texas.
Yeah.
My secondary been money all year. I've been telling people that. Yeah. That secondary been the truth, man. So, real deal. What Georgia went wrong in this ball game, what they went wrong in this ball game, these 3rd-and-1 situations, man, you trying to run this damn truck sweep out the goddamn gun 3rd-and-1. Kool-Aid and Terry Arnold is smashing this shit, man.
Yeah, they're too fast.
They too fast. You have no shot.
They're too skilled on the edge.
They're too skilled, man. Caleb Downs is barreling it down on the inside alley. You have nowhere to cut.
He's the best specialist in football. He's been that all season.
You have nowhere to cut, man. So to piggyback off a lot of what you're saying, man, what Alabama did defensively, man, they put on a clinic.
Oh, man.
I hate that the final score don't showcase the performance they put on. That defense put on a clinic, man. If you know ball, you know ball. They put on a show because they did.
When that dude from Georgia had caught that punt, that got them in a good field position. Because I believe, had it not been that, if they would have got the ball, a little further back, they would have went 3-0.
I'm not sure. If you take away because he caught the punt,
he got good field position.
I'm not sure Georgia was going to drive the ball into the field and score again.
I swear to God.
They didn't showcase it for a long time in that game, man. I will say this. Now, that's what I got to say defensively. Offensively, you gave Jalen Milroe a B-.
I gave him a B-.
A B-. I would give him a C+. You got to get a passing grade when you win the ball game, man. And real deal, I don't think, real deal, don't nobody tell you get me. Everybody know I've been the biggest Milroe supporter as he is out here, man. I thought Milroe played fine. He wasn't bad. He wasn't bad by no means. I thought he played fine. I'm gonna tell you something that I've noticed with Jalen Milroe, though, is that you can tell it's been drilled in his head. Don't turn the ball over. Don't turn the ball over. I think some of these sacks he taking because he trying not to force nothing in them.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily mad with that, but
throw the ball away.
Throw it away.
Yeah.
The other day we got sacked 4 times. One of them was just speed. He couldn't do nothing about that one. 3 of them sacks was on Jalen Milroe. He took 3 bad sacks. Cool. You don't want to take a sack, man, when they push you out of field goal range. Remember, no. I got my Steelers best. But either way it go, I got a C+ for Milroe, man. I thought he played a good game at the end. When it was time to be money, he was money.
Yeah.
When it was time to be money, he was money. Real deal. We got to sit back and think, man, because as good as our defense was, I felt like throughout the majority of the ball game. In the second half, Georgia defense had locked in. We couldn't move the ball in the second half, man. We was not moving the ball.
Yeah.
Then Georgia go down to score. It's 20-17. Now you got a ball game. Put the ball in 4 hands. Boom, 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 boom. Rodney Williams, 1-yard touchdown run. That's basically the ball game punch right there. So, right. So that last drive, man, Isaiah Bond came up. He just, if you don't think Isaiah Bond a big-time receiver by now, man, I don't know what you've been watching. Yeah. Isaiah Bond, the real deal, man. I like to see how Jermaine Burton got in the end zone against his old team. Burton and Marshall, man, they the way they got the stun on George, I found it to be very delightful for me to see. Yeah. The passing game for Alabama, man, they getting so many different receivers involved, man. Malik Benson caught a ball. I mean, Amari Knoblet caught a ball. Burton caught 2. I think Isaiah Bond caught 5. J.I. Miller caught a touchdown pass, man. The way my running back stepped up and performed, man, with Jason McClellan being out. Jason McClellan is a starter. He's like the leader of the pack. Yeah. The way Roydell Williams, man, and J.I. Miller stepped in and handled that load, you couldn't tell that Jason McClellan wasn't playing. Yeah, you really couldn't. Real deal, man. Jason McClellan is a big part of that offense. Yeah. You can't tell that he didn't play. He didn't play. Yeah. Roydell, I thought Roydell Williams played the best game of his career. I don't know what the numbers. I think he rushed for 16 carries, 64 yards and a touchdown. So the numbers might not be eye popping to you. Yeah. Roydell Williams set the tone in that football game, man. Yeah. He did. J.M. Miller, man, I thought was phenomenal in that game, man. The one thing, the only knock I got for us offensively, and this ain't really no knock at Tyree. I thought he called a good game. I would like to see some more Kendrick Law side to side action. Yeah. I would like to have gotten more of that. Yeah. But other than that, man, I thought he called the right amount of read option quarterback runs for Jalen Milroe. I thought Alabama played crisp offensively. They didn't capitalize on certain opportunities that were given to them. Yeah. And something that you got to get into this too, man. Malachi Starks and Javon Bullard, man, that's about a good a pair of safety you're gonna get in college football.
Yeah.
Other than if for us, man, other than Malachi Moore and Caleb Down. Bullard and Starks, man, that's they do what safety Georgia guys is crazy, man. They was making plays, man. They made plays.
Yeah.
Some of that is remember he could hit the deep bomb, but they was on it. Yeah. Real deal, man. One thing about me, I'm honest. Yeah. I'm not gonna come on here, man, and just shit on Georgia. No. Yeah. Javon Bullard, a dude. Malachi Starks, a dude. You know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted, man. But all in all, man, I think Alabama dominated them in the trenches.
They're the two best players on your defense.
Thanks to two safeties.
Them
two safeties, they cover up a lot.
I like Kamara Lester too.
Yeah, for sure. Nice. For sure. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, man? So for me, man, just it was the fact that to see Bama go from they lose to Texas, they struggle in South Florida, Jalen Milroe gets benched, he come back, play against Ole Miss, the offense still look rather like a shot play offense. Like boom, 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 over the top of they ain't got nothing. For them to grind that, man, and keep transitioning, and it's turning. Well, Alabama case is rolling until we get to a point of where now you arrive at where you're at now. Yeah. Now you arrive where you're at now, man. For everybody to say that the dynasty was over, Nick Saban lost his fastball. It's time to hang it up.
That's behind.
It's like this here, man. Every time this man lose a game, you hear Bama dynasty over. He need to hang it up. Kirby, the new kid on the block, he running this shit, man, whatever.
I think it's safe to say that's put the rest.
Come on, man. That's real talk, man. Just real deal. I think this has been one of Nick's best coaching jobs. Yeah. The way this team has transformed, man, throughout the season. I can't say enough about the job that Nick Saban has done. I can't say enough about the job that Tommy Rees has done. Kevin Steele. I thought Kevin Steele was the perfect hire whenever he got the job. On Twitter that day, a lot of Alabama fans didn't see what I saw. I think it's safe to say we all on the same page with that now, man. So, man, just what Bama has done, man, to go from being basically left for dead and it's over with to winning the SEC and knocking off a team that won 29 straight games, man, is nothing short of sensational.
Exactly.
It's nothing short of sensational, man. Yeah. I give a lot of credit to Nick Saban, man, and what Alabama been able to do, and Jalen Milroe, man. A lot of credit to him. Yeah. So, now, we got that out of the way. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm finna heat up a little bit. Now, I ain't gonna hold you right. So, as we just spent that last little bit talking about Alabama won the SEC, I'm pretty sure if you watch this, you got to be affiliated with college football some kind of way. So, the college football playoff rankings came out Sunday. If I'm not mistaken, they came out Sunday at 11 o'clock. Yeah. 11 o'clock, right? So, in case you don't know by now, man, the rankings are as follows. The 1 seed is Michigan. The 2 seed is Washington. The 3 seed is Texas. The 4 seed is Alabama, right? Yeah. Michigan, Alabama, Rose Bowl, Washington, Texas, Sugar Bowl. Them your semifinal playoff game. Played on New Year's Day, January 1st, right? But enough of all that. We'll get into them games later. This is what I want to get into right now. I've been seeing a lot of people. It's a lot of people, man. Florida State went undefeated. Florida State went 13-0 and won the ACC. So, do you feel? Well, obviously we feel like the committee got it right. I really have to ask you this fucking question. Yeah. But do you feel like the committee got it right? And I know you feel like they got it right. Tell me your best reason why you think Alabama should have been in over Florida State. God, come on, man. We got Alabama's clothes on. Of course, we think they got it right.
Bama's strength of schedule was top 5 in the nation.
Correct.
I ain't got to lie. It's literally proven. You can pull it up on your phone.
You can look up that information.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be.
Correct.
Their top 5 strength of schedule. They beat the number 1 team in college football that's won 2 titles and hadn't lost in 2 or 3 years. 29 games straight. 29 games straight. And with Florida State, you won all your games, you know what I'm saying? But style points matter. You know what I'm saying? Especially when your strength of schedule is 55th in the country. I think style points matter. Like if you won all your games, sure enough, but Florida State ain't just dominate the ACC. Like they didn't just dominate everybody they played. You know what I'm saying? They played in some close ass games. Like,
but I thought only Bama played in close games this year.
Nah.
No, I mean that's what social media tell me. That's what everybody tells me.
Florida State was 13-0, but what I'm saying is for your schedule to be as weak as it was, man, you have to have a dominant win somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You have to have some dominant wins. A few of them. You know what I'm saying?
They had a dominant win.
Who?
Dude. They had a dominant win.
If you want to,
they had a dominant win, man. LSU in week 1. All right.
But whatever with that.
Check this out, man. So I got shit to get off my guy.
Then you trying to go into the playoffs, man, and having a second or third string quarterback. Your odds are against you with that, man. So I think the committee got it right. I'm sorry for you Florida State fans.
Look here, I'm
sorry,
man. I'm be straight up.
I'm sorry.
So the rankings came out Sunday. Initially,
they weren't gonna leave.
Initially, when these rankings came out Sunday, I felt a little sympathy for Florida State. And real deal, I still feel bad for Jordan Travis. Because I know for a fact, man, him being the quarterback, the leader, he been basically the person that's helped revamp the Seminole culture down in Tallahassee. So I feel real bad for him in specific, but their whole team and coaches overall, like I get it. It's a gut punch. I get it. I real deal. I'm not gonna sit up here and be hypocritical and say if I was a Florida State player, coach, or even a fan, I'm mad. I wouldn't be mad that my team got left out.
I would be mad. Of course, but I would understand.
This is the part. This is the part that really bothers me. It's not about Florida State being left out. Cool. What bothers me is people trying to sit up and act like Alabama don't belong.
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
This is the part. Okay, so Florida State went 13-0 and won the ACC. Bama went 12-1 and won the SEC. What's the better conference? Don't answer that at home. I know what the better conference is. It's the conference that been running this sport for the past 15 years. It's the SEC. Now, let's talk about Florida State resume. I got it pulled up right here. I got it. It's in my notes. I got it pulled up. So, Florida State beat 9-3 LSU. Cool. Guess who else beat 9-3 LSU? Yeah. Alabama. 3-9 Southern Miss. 6-6 Boston College. 8-4 Clemson. 6-6 Virginia Tech. 6-6 Syracuse. 7-5 Duke. 4-8 Wake Forest. 3-9 Pittsburgh. 7-5 Miami. 3-8 North Alabama. 5-7 Florida Gator. Their opponent's overall record combined was 67-76. My nigga, this is not a resume strong enough to get you in the playoff with your quarterback being out. I'm sorry, but it's not. Mm-hmm. And then tack on at the end, you beat Louisville in the ACC Championship. Real talk. You can't tell me with a set of eyes you watched Alabama, Georgia, the game we just finished talking about, SEC Championship, and later on that night you watched Louisville and Florida State ACC Championship, and walked away and watched both teams that won them games and said, oh yeah, Florida State better. There's no way in hell you can convince me that you think that. A lot of this fake outrage you've been hearing from people like Booger McFarland, Desmond Howard, this Matt Mulatto dude, the big radio guy like in LSU or whatever. A lot of this fake outrage you hear, they don't give a damn about Florida State.
No.
They don't like Alabama. It's a Bama fatigue thing.
Yeah.
It's a Bama fatigue thing. You can't. Alabama has the most impressive resume in college football.
Yeah.
Yes, it's more impressive than Michigan's. Yeah. They scared to go look at it. It's a joke. It's more impressive than Washington's. It's more impressive than, dare I say it, Texas. And yes, Texas beat Alabama head to head. Yeah. Bama still got a more impressive resume.
Yeah, they do.
Real deal. People get so caught up in the Alabama fatigue is so real that Texas beat Alabama in week 2. That basically like they spot up in the playoff because nobody brings up the fact that Texas struggled mightily throughout the season after that. Yeah. Nobody bring that up. Yeah. Because they beat Alabama.
They beat Alabama.
Yeah. If you ain't watched no football all year long, you know for a fact, Texas beat Bama. Mm-hmm. They really every time they get a chance to. Yeah. So for me, everybody's so mad with Alabama jumped Florida State. Y'all tend to forget. Texas jumped your ass too. Yeah. Anybody said nothing about Texas. Yeah. Michigan literally got caught cheating this year. Literally. Yeah. They literally got caught with their hand in the cookie jar, dead ass. Yeah. But you mad with Bama. Yeah. This is an Alabama fatigue thing, man. Y'all would give a damn about Florida State. You don't.
You don't.
You don't. That could have been anybody else benefiting and getting that 4th spot in the playoff when nobody said shit.
I ain't gonna say nobody would have said nothing. Somebody would have said something, but it wouldn't be this goddamn.
It's big as
it wouldn't be this goddamn this big like it is. It wouldn't have the same goddamn. It wouldn't draw. It wouldn't draw everybody like this shit is without those.
Exactly.
People will be talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna talk. It's something. Whatever
to talk about.
But with Bama, it's different. They on a whole different level. I done seen things where they were saying Florida State need to sue the committee and all this other shit.
Come on, man. Real talk. Initially, I felt for Florida State because I could get where they was coming from. If I was a Bama fan, hell, I'd be pissed off. So I'm not going to be sitting up here and be hypocritical. My problem is,
I'd be pissed off, but I understand.
My thing is this. Everybody I've heard say how Florida State should be in is only saying one thing. They deserve.
I ain't going to sit up here and say I want to.
Time out. They deserve. It ain't fair. Words we use in sports that I am so tired of hearing are deserving and fair. Sports ain't fair, my nigga. No. It's not. You're not one of the 4 best teams in college football without Jordan Travis. I'm sorry, but you're not. You had 2 weeks to prove it. You struggled at Florida against a 5-7 Florida Gators team. The other night, they get 55 yards.
Yeah. Done.
I'm one of them people. And guess what? I am not Johnny come lately in this type of scenario. Them years that Notre Dame made the playoff, one of the main motherfuckers saying that in the top 4 team in this sport, man. Why they here? Last year, TCU, they beat Michigan. And then as soon as, now it's time to go play them real men down the Athens. You got your goddamn brains beat in. Whatever. Y'all remember 2017 when UCL Central Florida, when they was undefeated, and everybody said, put them in the playoff. No, don't. I'm glad they didn't. I don't really do Cinderella stories and moral victories. When it's time for me to watch the big games, big boy football, give me the Bamas, the Georgias, the Michigans, the Ohio States, when Clemson was in their prime, the Clemsons, the LSU, Texas coming back, the Texas, even Oklahoma to a certain degree. They don't do shit when they get there, but give me them. Yeah. Give me the blue blood program. Miss me with the bullshit. Yeah. I'm not really into the whole desert. I was a person last year. People said, you was being biased. You was being a fan. I was somebody last year saying that Alabama should have got in with 2 losses over TCU. I said it. Oh, man, when you lost 2 games, Alabama lost 2 games last year, 1 on the last play of the game, and then 2 on the last play of the game. A 2-point conversion from Jay Daniels and Mason Taylor, and Tennessee kicking a field goal. Yeah. But you watch TCU struggle to beat teams worse than that all damn year, and then they get the national championship and get their goddamn brains beat in. Now Q ain't so goddamn crazy. Yeah. They didn't belong to be there. No. They wasn't the top 4 team in college football. No. You gave Georgia that damn trophy. Yeah. That game shouldn't even played. Yeah. What are we doing? No. I don't fall for the shit that they try to put out there. And this team is deserved. And real deal, man. Real deal. Florida State could go on to beat Georgia in their bowl game. It's possible. Bowl games happen. It ain't possible, right? Florida State could beat Georgia in their bowl game. Michigan could beat Alabama in their bowl game. And I still be sitting here saying, Bama should have gotten no Florida State. Yeah. I saw both of these teams play. Yeah. I saw it. You can't convince me. Nobody has told me a football reason yet why Florida State should be in over Alabama. The only thing been, they undefeated. My nigga, I just read you the records of the teams on their schedule. Yeah. This is a joke. Yeah. This is a joke. Yeah. Stop. Yeah. You people are tired of Alabama. They got nothing to do with Florida State. Yeah. I can give a damn about Florida State, to be honest. Yeah. Real deal. I hate it for them. A tough break. I get it. Yeah. But nigga, they're not better than Alabama. No. They're not. And guess what? I got news for y'all. It's 5 power conferences in college football. Finna be 4 now because the Pac-12 is disbanded. Yeah. Literally, the last Pac-12 game ever was played Friday night in the championship. Washington beat Oregon, right? Cool. But just for me to finish this up right here. Pac-12, Big 12, Big 10, ACC, SEC. 5 power 5 conferences. Yeah. It's 4 playoff spots. Going to 12 next year, but it's 4 playoff spots. So let's say all 5 of them go undefeated. One of you get left out anyway. I got news for y'all, man. The SEC ain't getting left out, dog. No. The SEC that dominated this sport way for too long to be left out for a team with their backup quarterback representing them. I'm sorry. Yeah. And especially when that SEC team happen to be this. Yeah. They getting in. Yeah. They earned the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Their resume is better than yours. Yeah. They a better football team than you. You have no argument. Yeah. If your argument is you won the ACC, my nigga, you don't have an argument. Yeah, I'm sorry. I done sat back and let people say what they had to say. I ain't really saying much about it. I'm starting to heat up for real. Yeah. It's baffling to me. Yeah. You gonna sit up here and tell me the team with the most impressive resume that beat the team that could nobody beat for 2.5 years? Yeah. They don't deserve to be in it because you tied Alabama. So guess what? Who been number one all year? Georgia. Who beat Georgia? Bama. So y'all gonna keep both of them out the damn playoff to put this Florida State team when there was no quarterback. Now what the fuck are we doing in this sport, man? But y'all mad with the playoff committee. They ain't never told you one of your conference will get you in these damn playoffs. Yeah. Your dumb ass assumed that. Yeah. I'm gonna give y'all some examples. I'm finna let Fat get in here in a minute. I'm gonna give y'all some examples real quick though. In 2016, guess who won the Big Ten that year? Penn State. Guess who went to the playoff that year? Ohio State. Penn State beat Ohio State that year. Ohio State still went to the playoff. Ohio State they didn't do nothing that year when they got there, but they went. Cool. 2017, because don't just Q, don't just talk about all the other teams here. Bray Bama in this some kind of way. Glad you asked. I Bray Bama. 2017, who won the Iron Bowl? Auburn. Who went to the playoff? Bama. And Bama won it all that year. Yeah. Shall I keep going? 2021, who won the SEC?
Alabama.
Who they beat for?
Georgia.
Who won it all that year? Of course you know who won it all that year. I just told you they went back to back. Use your math at home. It's 2023, back to back, 21 and 22. Yeah. Georgia did not win the SEC in 2021, but they got in the playoff. Yeah. Right? Yeah. You don't have to be an undefeated Power 5 conference champion to go to the college football playoff. I don't know where y'all got that rule from. Mm-hmm. That's some shit y'all made up on y'all own at home. Mm-hmm. That don't mean shit. The SEC, if you really thought the SEC was getting left out that goddamn playoff, you crazy as hell. Mm-hmm. Real deal. I'll be straight up with you. I'm somebody.
Georgia win, they get in. Bama win, they get in.
I'll be straight up, dog. I'll be honest, man. I firmly believe Florida State could probably still have Jordan Travis. When Bama beat Georgia, somebody has to get jumped.
Yeah. Probably Texas.
You're not leaving Bama out of it, man. You're not leaving the SEC.
I would have left Texas out.
Real deal, because you got to look at it like this here, man. And I'm not one of the people, man, like I understand how college football and sports is all about business and marketing and TV and revenue entertainment. I understand all that and money. I get all that, man. Who the biggest draw in college football? Not just Alabama specifically, but the SEC. In some of the words, the SEC will keep the lights on around this bitch. We keep the lights on. Yeah. The SEC and the Big Ten. Yeah. Can't leave out the Big Ten. Big Ten got a big following out there too. Yeah. So, the little old ACC, their Florida State been trying to leave for the past 3 years. Yeah. The college football playoff committee commissioner is NC State. The chairman is from NC State. I think he's NC State athletic director. He's from the ACC. Yeah. He ain't, come on, you can't justify this. Yeah. There's no justification. Yeah. Give your thoughts on that, man. Give your thoughts on it. I
agree with you, man.
What are we doing?
It's silly. I think, man, with Georgia and Alabama, it didn't matter. If Georgia would have beat Alabama, they in.
Facts.
Alabama beat Georgia, they in. They weren't going to leave an SEC team out of it because it's simply the hardest conference in football.
Come on, man.
It's been there for the past 15 fucking years.
A long time.
10, 15 years.
A long time, it's man. What are we doing?
You know what I'm saying? Like, and go back on Florida State, man. Fam. You got to have some style points in these wins, man. Like I said, you have to have some kind of nigga. Your schedule is laughable.
Trash.
It's terrible. You know what I'm saying?
Your strength of schedule was 55th. Yeah, that one was 5th. Yeah. There's literally 50 schedules between Alabama and Florida State.
Come on, man.
And y'all arguing this on social media.
Bro, on top of that, your schedule week, then you start quarterback.
Then your quarterback hurt, man. That don't help.
Come on, man. How the fuck you think you gonna get in the playoffs over Alabama? Alabama that just beat Georgia, a team they ain't lost in 2 years.
Seriously.
What is your argument?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I low-key kind of feel bad for people that really thought Florida State had a shot. Yeah. Then you hear somebody like that.
I don't understand.
I heard a clip today. I had it been on TV one day this week talking about oh yeah, man, it was already. They been talking about it for 3 weeks. How Florida State didn't have a shot in the damn way. So why the fuck is that man also got no surprise then? Yeah. Motherfucker, you wanted Michigan to have to play Florida State with that backup quarterback instead of having to see Bama.
Because you want to go to the net.
That's what that is, Desmond. You can't fool me. You're a Michigan man. I know what you're doing.
An easy road to the net.
I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You can't fool me.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with your game.
Yeah.
Rick, if you want to know, did they get the 14 right now? All they gotta do, watch Michigan football team at their watch party during the playoff selection show, where they got their screen pop up and they got their white background with their crimson A across their motherfucker pop up. They got their screen. Watch how their whole team reacted.
Yeah.
If that been Florida State, that motherfucker got there, they probably would have got them popping balls in that bitch. When they saw Alabama, no balls.
How about Paul would have got on top of the table and did a moonshot off that bitch? Real shit. He probably did.
Come on, man. That right there, that reaction alone lets you know. Yeah, they got it right.
Yeah, they got it right.
They got it right.
Yeah,
like, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
Definitely got it right. I don't see an argument for Florida State. I don't think
there's not one.
Okay.
They should be right in front of Georgia, to be honest.
Liberty went 13-0. There's other teams that,
like, come on, man, stop. Stop. Let's start being objective, man. Let's tell the truth. I get it. I get it, people.
If Alabama play a schedule like Florida State's and they went undefeated and they didn't have their quarterback, say they didn't have Jalen Milroe, I would not be mad if they didn't make the playoffs.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you what it would. I would be mad. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't be mad, but I would fucking understand. Like, nigga, you on your third string quarterback. Your schedule is, come on, man.
Trash.
Your schedule is
struggling like a motherfucker.
You're struggling every goddamn week. No, hell no, you ain't go to the playoffs.
And for the people that say,
I would be mad, but
for the people that are trying to go back and say, well, Ohio State won a lot with their third string quarterback. Cool. I'm gonna tell you where y'all really lose in that argument.
They won their conference 59-0.
They beat Wisconsin in that Big Ten championship
59
to nothing. Right. Florida State, you had not just your conference championship, you had 2 games to prove we still good without Jordan Travis. Yeah. Fam, on the road. Everybody talk about how they went on the road and won at Florida with their backup quarterback, hostile environment on the road. I understand that. But when we talking about how Auburn and Jordan Hill hostile environment for us, it's negative against us. They work for everybody else. But we the only ones that ain't allowed to win close. And I ride for game on the road. Cool, understand. Y'all failed to mention that Florida was playing their backup quarterback too. Nobody's saying that part. You had 2 chances to prove we still the same team without Jordan Travis. I don't give a damn what you look like defensively. I'm sorry, Jordan Travis, he don't play defense. I'm sorry, he don't play defense. He don't. We know what you look like offensively. There's been a major. It ain't been no. It's been a.
You're not finna get in the playoffs
and beat nobody.
Texas or Bama
or Washington or Michigan
to 6 points.
It's not gonna work.
It's not
gonna work.
That's not gonna fucking happen.
It's not gonna work.
They too fucking talented. And come on, man.
Come on, man. This is a joke.
Stop.
This is a joke. You had 2 chances to prove that you were still a top 14 without Jordan Travis, and you failed miserably to do so.
Yeah.
I'm through with the sympathy, and I'm about to say, so y'all gonna cry me a river now.
Yeah.
Y'all dragging this shit. Now, I was with you for a little bit in the beginning. Y'all done got a little eye, fam.
Yeah. Because
that was cool until y'all started saying Babylon deserved to be in this movie. Hold up, my nigga.
Not your goddamn mind.
That one won the SEC. And not no number 1 Jordan. How the hell they don't get in?
It ain't even us just win the SEC. Look who we beat. The goddamn.
All right.
These folks were number 1 in the country.
We beat, real talk. That would be the motherfucker everybody been scared of.
Yeah, they beat the number 1 team that won the past 2 championships and won like 29 games straight and then haven't lost. I mean, I don't see how you can sit up here and argue this shit, man. It's in your face.
There's no debate.
Like, come on, man. There's no debate with this shit, man. The reason why y'all making this shit so big and monumental is because it's Alabama. If it was any other team, man, y'all wouldn't be doing all this shit. I'm not saying that y'all wouldn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it wouldn't be this goddamn big. Talking about, man, this motherfuckers saying the Florida State, something with Florida State suing the committee or some shit. I swear I saw some shit like that. He trying to sue the committee or some shit. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. Like, the hate that real, man. Like, the fatigue of Alabama is that serious, man.
Like, come on, man.
Y'all literally are trying to fucking sue the committee.
Like, what we doing here? This is goofy.
That shit goofy
as hell,
This is goofy. Man. That's why I lost sympathy for them. When I seen that, I literally seen a motherfucker like from Florida State. They were saying he was trying to sue the committee. I said, yeah, I'm done.
Right. Like, I had
you doing too much.
Come on, fam.
Yeah.
Like, real time. real deal, man. You can be the biggest Florida State fan in the world, man. You think your team better than Alabama? If your answer is no, then what the fuck we arguing?
Exactly.
Now, if you were serious to think you better than Alabama with your backup quarterback, I'll listen to your argument. I disagree with it vehemently. I think you're talking stupid as fuck. But at least you say, I think our team's still better. Okay, cool. I said, well, listen to you. Go. Make me a believer. I want you to sit up here and try to come up with these words to make what you just said make sense. That you better than Alabama. Alabama been the hottest team in college football for the past 2 months.
Yeah.
Alabama ain't just got, they been rolling.
Yeah. For a while. Alabama
versus Florida State with this backup quarterback, it get ugly. Yeah. And I'm not convinced you beat Alabama with Jordan Travis. Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't want to just throw that out there, but like, come on, fam.
That's a story for
another day. That's a story for another day.
But currently with your team now, we're not talking about George Travis. Man, prayers out to him, man. I hope he has a speedy recovery.
For sure.
This has nothing to do with George Travis. We talking about Florida State as their team is now.
Currently without George Travis. This is not a debate.
There's no way.
I say this with George Travis. It is a debate with George Travis. Without this, not no debate.
Without George Travis, with the team that you have currently, it is no way you finna look me in my eyes and tell me that team right there, if they play on whatever, it don't matter what they play in, that team will beat this Alabama team.
Stop.
Ain't no fucking way you believe it.
Stop. Ain't no way you stop.
Ain't no goddamn way you believe it.
It's not, man. Come on, man.
Stop. It's fatigue. It's Bama fatigue, man. Y'all tired of seeing it. Y'all don't want the SEC team. Y'all really don't want the SEC team to win.
It's a lot. The thing is, it's really SEC fatigue, but it falls the strongest on Bama because Bama is like the biggest representative of the SEC.
They went to 8 goddamn play. They got 8 playoff appearances. I mean,
you're tired of seeing them.
You're tired of seeing them. They've been to 8 fucking times.
I get it. And they've been to 6 natties.
6 natties. Yeah.
Like when they get there, they don't just get there. They go to the natty when they get there. Yeah. That's crazy as hell, man. They've been to 6 natties?
No, I think in all.
Like in the playoff era.
In the playoff era. 2017. Let's start with 2017.
Hold on. No, hell no. Start from the beginning.
2015. That's right.
Okay, they win it because they won in 15. Lost to Clemson in 16, won in 17, they didn't go in 18, they didn't go in 19.
18 they didn't go?
No. 18, they won in 18, lost to Clemson. Win in 18. That's 4. They lost to 18, that's right.
They didn't go in 19.
They didn't go in 19.
They went
back in 20. They won in 20.
They went to 21.
Went to 21, lost to Georgia. Yeah. Now they back in 23. 7 playoffs. Okay. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Okay. I'll make sure. Yep. Oh, man. But get in the comments, man, and let us know, did the college football playoff committee get the 4 teams right? Obviously, I think they do. Y'all heard how I got them. No, I ain't gonna tell you, that wasn't active. I got mad for real just then. But obviously, you think.
No brainer.
So, man, y'all get in the comments. Let us know what y'all think, man. We appreciate y'all watching these videos. You got anything else, man? Are you good?
I'm good.
Oh, man, we appreciate y'all watching these videos, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. This is No Excuses. This 4th quarter. Roll Tide, man. We out.